Imagine being one of the most famous faces in the world and then suddenly disappearing. Imagine having everything: beauty, talent, fame, and then losing your voice, your confidence, and even the will to face the world. This is what happened to Kim Basinger. At 71 years old, her life has taken turns no one ever expected. Her story is not just about Hollywood, it is about fear, pain, mental health, and how life can change when you least expect it. Stay with us as we tell you the heartbreaking story of a woman who had it all and what she lost along the way. Kim Basinger was born in Athens, Georgia, in the year 1953. She was a shy and quiet girl who loved ballet and music. Her father was a big band musician, and her mother was a model and actress. So the stage was always part of her life, even when she did not want to be in the spotlight. When Kim was in high school, she was so shy that she could not even speak in front of the class. But things began to change when she started modeling at the age of 16. People began to notice her, not only for her looks but also for her soft and gentle presence. Soon, she moved to New York City and became a top model. After that, Hollywood noticed her. Kim began acting in the late 1970s, and by the 1980s, she was a major star. She became widely known for her roles in Never Say Never Again, 9.5 Weeks, and Batman. People loved her beauty and the quiet mystery she brought to the screen. But behind the camera, Kim was struggling. Fame brought pressure. She did not enjoy being followed, judged, or stared at all the time. She had a deep fear of being around people, something she later found out was a real medical condition called agoraphobia. Kim shared that she would sometimes stay inside her house for months, unable to go outside. Imagine being so afraid to face the world that even going to the grocery store feels impossible. Kim's personal life was full of heartbreak. She first married a makeup artist named Ron Snyder, but the marriage did not last. Later, she married actor Alec Baldwin. At first, they seemed like the perfect couple. They even had a daughter together named Ireland. But their marriage turned painful. There were many arguments, long court battles, and a very public divorce. Things became worse when a voicemail from Alec, yelling at their daughter, was shared with the public. Kim chose to stay silent, trying to protect her daughter from more pain. The divorce deeply affected her mental health. She was heartbroken, not only because of the broken relationship, but also because of how public and messy everything became. Even though she had been a successful actress, Kim also faced serious money problems. In the early 1990s, she bought a small town in Georgia called Bristolton. She had a dream to turn it into a tourist spot. But the plan failed, and she lost a great deal of money. Then, she backed out of a film deal, and the studio sued her. She had to pay millions of dollars and even filed for bankruptcy. Just like that, the money, the dream, and her financial stability were gone. Kim later said that she never really cared much about money. She only wanted peace. But peace was hard to find. After a few more movie roles, Kim began to step away from public life. She stopped going to events. She rarely gave interviews. Years passed without anyone seeing her. Some people thought she had retired. Others believed something was very wrong. In truth, Kim was still struggling with anxiety and fear. She once said that walking into a room full of people felt like walking into fire. Her agoraphobia made everyday life feel scary and difficult. Even going to her daughter's school events was a huge challenge. But she kept trying. She stayed close to her daughter Ireland and focused on healing. In the last few years, Kim has taken small steps toward coming back. She appeared in a few films such as 50 Shades Darker, but she no longer chased fame. She began speaking about mental health. She opened up about her struggles, not to gain sympathy, but to help others who might also be suffering quietly. She said that she is finally learning to live life on her own terms, not for Hollywood, not for fans, and not for anyone else. At 71 years old, Kim Basinger is still here. Still quiet, still kind, and still strong in her own way. Kim Basinger's story is not just a Hollywood story. It is a human story. It shows how pain can hide behind a smile. How someone can be loved by millions but still feel alone. How mental health is just as real and important as physical health. Today, Kim lives a much quieter life. But her past still stays with her, the pain, the loss, the fear, and the strength it took to survive it all. We may not see her on the screen very often anymore, but her story reminds us that no one is ever as perfect as they seem. And sometimes, the most heartbreaking stories are hidden behind the brightest lights. Thank you for watching.